Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Oracle DBA Online Training. So today's session will be Oracle Goldengate Microservices 19th installation step by step. So before we can proceed, I'll request all the new friends to please subscribe your YouTube channels. So in the previous tutorials related to the Oracle Goldengate, we have learned about Oracle Goldengate Microservices architecture. If you want, I can share you the links in the description. You can go through that video as well before starting today's session. And regarding the our our training contents, you can purchase our full training course, which is ultimate training course at the price of 5,000 rupees. This is a 5,000 INR, that is Indian rupees, and you'll get the benefit of multiple course contents. Along with this, you'll getting the course content, study materials, practice materials, and everything. The recorded session you'll be getting at this price. If you are interested, you can get in touch with me on these contact details. So sometimes people are requesting me the documents also regarding the YouTube session. So basically, I'll be giving these documents at the price of 2,000 rupees. There are more than 55 documents, and going forward, there will be more such documents. So please, if you are considering those things, you can get in touch with me on this WhatsApp or contact number given over here. And if you have any doubts regarding the training session, you can always reach me on this email ID as well. And if you're looking for any database administrator support regarding your work challenges, you can get in touch with me on these details. I'll request all the new friends to please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, as well as on the LinkedIn. So various posts are already there and on those social media. Without wasting much time, let's come back to our today's agenda, that is Oracle Goldengate Microservices 90 installation step by step. I hope at this junction you are already familiar with Oracle Microservices architecture. If you are not, let me walk you through quickly. So basically, the Goldengate Microservices something looks like this. So let me zoom it out. So basically, it's a RESTful API where you will be getting all the interface like what you call through the web browser. You can access the content. You can manage your Goldengate services. So there are different on the source side. Also, you have the administration server, performance metric server, distribution server, receiver server, and the service manager. So service manager is something which is going to be the main components from where you will be accessing all other servers. So our target will be how we can do the installation so that we can manage all these different servers. Okay, so coming back to like how you can download the software. So I'll give you the links in the description from where you can download the Oracle Goldengate microservices software. So basically, while you are downloading this, you have to search for Oracle Goldengate. Let's say if the version is 19c, so our current version will be 19c only. So microservices for Oracle. So here you need to look for the database and the platform. So currently my database platform will be Linux 8664. Coming back to the final outcome, so final outcome will be something similar to this one. So at the end of this entire tutorial, you should be able to see like how the Goldengate microservices interface looks like. So we are going to do this kind of configuration so that we'll get the final interface like this. Okay, so let's start this tutorial. So I hope, we already have the software downloaded, and I have two source, one source machine, this 141 server. If you see this green tab over here, this is my source database which is running currently on the 12c database. Okay, and I already have the other database also, like 19.12, which is my target database setup. Okay, so between these two, I'm going to configure the Goldengate replication, but replication part we will be covered in the next tutorial related to this. So please do subscribe our channel if you are new, so that you can get all the notification related to these topics. Okay, and so basically we have this 12c database running on the source side and 19c on the target. So we are going to do the Goldengate configuration on the same server. Okay, so I already downloaded it and the database is already up and running. Let me start the listeners also. So listener started on the source, same thing we need to do for listener start and the target also. So next thing we need to first copy the software. So what I'll do, I'll divide the screen. I'll not divide the screen. Let me come here. So first thing we need to create the directory structure where we need to keep the software. So I'll just create this directory structure on the source and target machine. So as a Oracle user, we need to run this two commands so that the directory structure get created on both the source and target setups. So one location will hold the Goldengate software that we already downloaded. So we'll keep that software in this directory, and this is going to be the Goldengate home location. So okay, so let's look for the software. So I already have the software in my this directory structure. So sorry, this has to be accessed from the root user. So I'll just log in from the root, and I need to go to this path. So here you'll find out there are various medias are there. So basically, during the download time, I already downloaded the multiple image files. So in this image file, all and the one which is ending with 716-01 zip file. This is Oracle Goldengate Microservices software. So for Linux platform. So I'll copy this software under the ggsoft location. Same thing I need to do on the target machine also, because the software will remain the same. So I'll go to this path as a root user on the source setup, and then I'll do the CD. After this, we need to copy the software to the ggsoft location. Once the softwares are copied, let's go back to the same location and modify the ownership, because the ownership here is root and root. Okay, so we need to change that as well. So these changes are completed on the source side. Sorry, target machine. Let me re-execute ls-lrth. So we'll go back again to the target source machine as well, and we have to do the same thing here also. So next part will be we have to log in as Oracle user and unzip the software which we just now copied. So far at this junction, the Goldengate software is already copied to the servers. So let's do the unzipping of the software. Yeah, so software unzip completed on the source machine. So once you unzip this file, you'll get all the three files. Like one is a text file, one is a PDF. So these are like README and Node files. You can go through this, and you need to basically visit this location. This is the directory. Inside this directory, you will find out disk one. Then you have to run ls-lrth. So here you'll get the run installer through which you have to do the installation. So basically, this will be our final path where from which location you need to do the installation. Okay, so same thing I need to do on the target machine as well. So let me go to the target path here to ls-lrth, not this one, u01 ggsoft to ls-lrth. Then do the unzip also. So this is also completed. So basically after this, we can safely do the CD here also. This is going to be the path. So again, the same thing you'll find out here as well. So in order to do the installation, let me go back to this installation page. So once the unzip is completed, then we have this file. So now I need to log in as Oracle user, and then I need to go to this path and then run installer. So if you're working with mobile XTEM utility, I mean this putty, so it does not require any graphical interface to set if you are directly logging with that user. So what I'll do, I'll directly log in as a Oracle user, because in the previous case I logged in with a root user. So that will again we need to do some settings to get the GUI, but here we'll directly connect as a Oracle user. So now I'll go to that path where we have kept this software unzipped. Let me come to here, and then after this we need to basically run the run installer. Okay. So as soon as we invoke the run installer, we'll get the graphical interface through which we can do the installation. So I hope you guys are understanding this part, like how it is working. And at any junction, if you feel that you are facing some challenge, you can mention in the comment box for more details. Okay, so now we have so this is a very important page. You need to basically select the database version. So if you're working your source database is on 12c, so you need to select the 12c database version, because Oracle Goldengate for Oracle database. After that, next part will be location. So this location will be basically like a Oracle Goldengate home location. So under the U01 app, we have created GG underscore home, which will be the Goldengate home location. So finally, we'll get the summary, and then quickly we can do the installation. So it's like hardly a few seconds of installation process. Same way we have to do for the target machine as well. So parallelly, I'll take the one more session, which is related to 192.168.1.42. Then here I'll log in as a Oracle user. And then again, I'll go to that path where we have the software unzipped. Let's go to this path here. CD to that path. And then again, we can run the run installer by running the /run installer. Yeah. This installation is moving quickly, and then this is finished out. The installation part is over on the source machine. Now, if I'll come to this, I'll see the cat etc aura inst.loc. So this aura inst.loc basically it contains the central inventory, which holds the information about all the softwares which is installed on this setup. So you can run the run installer. Sorry, you can cat the inventory.xml file. You'll get the Goldengate home is configured here. Okay, so the source installation is over. Now we have to do the same thing on the target. So we have already invoked the run installer. So my target database is currently on 19c. So I'll select the 19c here. After this, we have to move to the next part, that is the database software location. So under this, we need to again do the same thing. If the home location is same, you can just select the U01 apps software and then click on the next. From here, you have to basically click on install. So within few seconds of time, it will get installed. So basically, the installation is very quick in microservices architecture. But after this, there are one more thing we need to take care, and that we will discuss soon. So once this is done, then we have to also modify the bash profile. So your bash profile should contain the what you call Oracle Goldengate home path in order to access the same. So what I'll do, I'll just copy these two lines, or we can directly copy whole thing from here and replace in the bash profile. So I'll go to the source machine here, and then I'll log in as a Oracle user. So let's vi this Oracle home path, sorry, bash profile. So it is all, this entry is already there. The only thing is it's a incorrect location. So let me add that as well. So GG home location is added here. Let me reload the bash profile. So now if I'll do env pipe grep GG underscore home, so I should get this location. So this location is coming up. Same thing we need to verify on the target machine as well. So I'll do cat.bash underscore profile. So here also the path is correctly defined, so we don't have to do anything as of now here. And coming back to the installation which was going on in the target machine, so this is completed. We can close this window as well. Okay. After this, we have to basically let me keep this tab here so that later we can use it for Goldengate configuration related. Okay. So this is over, and this is also completed. Let me reload the bash profile here as well, because we just now modified the bash profile. Okay. After this, the next step will be bash profile is already modified. The next part is deployment. So in Oracle Goldengate Microservices, everything is basically a deployment. So if you see this diagram, it says source deployment and target deployment. So if you want to have this servers up and running, right? So you need to do the deployment. So deployment, basically how you can do the deployment, you need to basically create different directory. One directory will be used for the service manager. Okay, the service manager will hold all the details in this particular directory. Then there is a one more directory that is called the deployment directory. Okay, so deployment directory will be we need to create for the deployment also. And lastly, we have to create one more directory which will hold the log. So basically, we'll require the three different directory. So we can create this directory structure under the Goldengate home path. So what I'll do, I'll copy this. Uh, I'll do the CD to this path, and then I can do execute as a Oracle user. I need to create all these directory structures. So let's go to the servers, and then we can. This is our source machine. I'll go to this path and then execute. Same thing I need to do on the target also. This has to be done from the root user, sorry, Oracle user only. So user creation is completed. After this, we need to invoke the oggca.sh file. So oggca basically is the Oracle Goldengate configuration assistant, which is required for the deployment purpose. So in microservices architecture, we will require this .sh file. I mean this sh file that will help us to do the deployment. So after the completion of this, we should get the graphical interface that we will be waiting for. So let me start with this point. I'll first go to this path, sorry, not that one. So login as Oracle, because this will require the graphical user interface. So I'll directly come with Oracle user only. So login with the direct Oracle user. So you don't have to set the display here. After this, I'll invoke, or you can just do like ls-lrt at oggca. So this file is there. You can just execute this, and this will invoke with a graphical interface through which you can do the deployment part. So basically, it's a two phase installation process in microservices architecture. So first phase we already did. We downloaded the software, then we have done the installation, the basic installation, which is finished within a few seconds. After that, you need to invoke the oggca, that is a Goldengate configuration assistant that will be required for the deployment purpose. So as soon as you run this utility, I mean invoke the utility, so it gives a interface like this where you have the existing service manager. So if you already have any existing service manager, you can manage through this one. And if you're working, if you want to create the new service manager, then you have to go with this option, because as of now there is no service manager running. If I'll do ps-e pipe grep gg_home, so from this home there is no service manager running. So later I'll show you how you will get the service manager. So once we do the deployment, we'll see there will be some services will be running. Okay, so as of now, it requires a service manager deployment home. So if you remember, we have created three directories here. So the first directory, that is a SM directory, that we are going to use for the service manager. So we can create, I mean, give the any naming convention which is easily to understandable. So since we are using for the service manager, so I'll select it with the SM. Okay, so under the GG home, I created the service manager home location. So service manager home is SM_direct. Let's select this path. So these two tabs will be sorry. The first tab you have to select, because whenever you want to, I mean, so service manager should be like it's a registered service. So whenever you start the server, so automatically those process should be started. Okay, so that's the purpose to have this one. So it will act as a like normal services. Like whenever the server starts, it will start with the this servers also. Okay, it will create a daemons, or you can say the service in the on the server. And the next option, that is integrate with the XAG. So this option will come if you're working on the rack environment for a high availability purpose, which will have the Goldengate microservices configuration. Then you can use this option, but as of now, it is not required in our case. So we'll go ahead with the next part. So here we need to provide the host name or the IP address. So I'll give the host IP address of the source setup. So this is 41, and here we need to provide the listening port. So listening port basically generally you should start from the 7000 series. After that, you need to click on the next. So once you click on the next tab, so it will give you the next interface where it says add new Goldengate deployment. Since there is no existing Goldengate, so the second option, that is remove existing Goldengate deployment, is not coming. So we need to go with a new deployment only. After this, we have to give the name of the deployment. So let's keep the deployment name as like deploy one. Okay. Or you can give any name like deployment test. Okay. After this, we have to, so this option we don't have to enable. There is no hardening we are using as of now. So we'll skip that option. Software home is automatically detected. That is a Goldengate home location. Click on the next. Next part is the deployment home. So in the deployment home, you need to give the deployment directory that we have created. So I'll select this from the Goldengate home location, or you can explore the location which we want to give. So after this, you'll find out there is a customized directory also. So in the customized directory, basically all these direct subdirectories are getting created, like configuration file directory, then process file directory, and even the SSL related files. Okay, and then you have the trail file. So everything will go under this main directory, that is the deployment directory. If you want to modify one of these directories, you can do the customization by clicking on the browse options, and then you can select the respective directory. So as of now, I'll go with the default location, that is this one, and click on the next directory. So after this, you have to basically give the some of the additional details. For example, it has auto detected like Goldengate home location, Oracle home location, LD library path home location, and next one is a TNS name. So what I'll do, I'll just copy the Oracle home path from here, and then I can type /network/admin. Okay, so this is going to be the network at TNS admin location. This is a SID of the database. So our current database is running as a PS-EF5 grep daemon. So it's a source database. So I'll give the same thing here. After this, we have to move to the next part. Click on the next. And it next page, it is asking the administrator account. So administrator account is one account that will be used to log in into the graphical interface for the microservices architecture. So whenever we will be login, if you go back to this main page, right? So here you will find out like, so it has like username and password requirements. So in order to log in into this Goldengate Service Manager, you have to use the same user. So what I'll do, I'll select the administrator user from here. So I'll give the name like admin. Then you can give the small password. So I'll keep the same password here, and then you can just you can do like, if you select this option, you have to give the strong password, otherwise it will not take. I'll deselect this option, move to the next one. Next comes the SSL security option. So this option, I'll give the small brief about this. If you select this option, I mean, this will basically make a secure connection while you are trying to access this page. Okay, so if you want to make it secure, then you have to basically select the existing valid paths, or if you want like a SSL certificate, so you can select those also. And on the server and the client, you need to provide both the things. So as of now, I'll deselect this option in order to make it unsecure on I mean, I don't have any wallets as of now, so I'll just skip this option. Okay, so let's move to the next part, and after this we have this next page where we have to do the port setting. So in the port setting, we have enable administrator server, enable distribution server, enable receiver server. So coming back to the architecture that we have, so like we have administration server, performance server, distribution server, receiver server. So all these servers runs on the port. So we need to basically define the port for this. So since we have given the service manager, this is the main of, I mean, you can say service manager is the main entity which manages all these other services, right? So we have given the 7000 port for that. So let's keep the next port like 7001 for the administration server. And as soon as you type the port for the administration server, after that you can click here in this next box. It will automatically fill out the other ports. So for administration server, we have 7001. For distribution server, 7002, like that. Okay, so here also we need to run the enable monitoring so that the monitoring can be enabled. Okay, after this, I'll come back to this page again, and then we have to click on the next. So next part, we have to give the replication schema. So this is very important. So this user will be basically a database user, not the any other users like admin or something. Okay, so this user basically it should be a part of your database user who will be doing the database related changes whenever we will be doing the Golden Gate replication. So generally, I create the user with the name GG admin. So later we'll be seeing the database related changes. So during that time, we'll come to know like we will be creating one user with name GG admin in the database on both source and target database. So same thing we have to keep in this default schema option in the replication setting. So after that, we have all this, you can say summary page, and if you want, you can save the response file and you can click on the finish. So after completion of this, we should be able to see the outcome. So this is a sh file that we need to run as a root user. So I'll come back here, and so the interesting part, as of now, there is nothing as a service manager running. So after completion of this, we should be able to see the service manager ps minus ef pipe grep gg underscore home. So now if you see this service manager, administration server, distribution server, receiver server, performatic server. So all these servers are basically getting invoked automatically. Okay. So basically these things are not there previously. Now it has started. So coming back to the installation, OGG configuration assistant page, you need to click on OK so that this configuration can be finished. So let me log into the page so that we can access it. So in order to access this page, what you have to do, you need to log into the page. So to access that page, we have to basically type here like 192.168.1 dot server IP. Basically, you need to type and then colon 7000 port. So once you do this login, so this page will appear. So here you need to type the username. So the username will be the admin, and the password is also I kept the same. Let's log in. So once you log in, you'll find out there is a deployment one that we just did, right? So service manager is the main entity which is running, and then we have the deployment. So under the deployment, you'll find out administration server, distribution server, performance metrics server, and receiver server. Okay. So if you want, you can restart this service manager as well, and if you want to stop the deployment, you can do it from here. Also, you can access all these different services. Like if I want to go to the administration server, so I need to just click on the previous tab, like this one. Sorry, this on this page you need to click here. So as soon as you click, you get this interface. So here again, you need to log in through the super user admin. Click on the login. So once you click, you can find like extract creation, replicate creation. So by clicking on the plus icon over here, you can basically do the extract creation, replicate creation, and all those things. Even though if I'll go back to the other services also, for example, I want to check for the distribution server, so I'll click on this link. Then I have these options, like I can create the distribution path also, which is a communication path between the source and target. So this way we have to basically do the configuration of the Golden Gate services. So in the microservices architecture, this is what we have to do. First thing, we have to start with the installation of Golden Gate software. Once the Golden Gate software completes, then you have to set the variables and paths. Then you need to create this directory structure. Then you need to run the OGGCA, which will do the actual configuration, and then you need to log in into the page. Goldengate Microservices page or interface, you have to log in. Okay. So after this, we need to basically make the modification in the database, because we have referred the GG admin user who will be doing all this change in the database level. So we can basically first enable the, so in the database level, we need to do all these changes, and then only you can proceed for the uh, configuration part, like the source to target replication. So before, in order to do this, you need to basically do all these changes in the database also. So first thing, we need to enable the forced login and supplemental login. So let's do this quickly into the database. So I'll go to the source database. As a Oracle user, I need to log in. This is our source database. So I'll just, so initially this supplemental log and post login, this was not enabled. Now it has been enabled. We can just cross verify again. So it is started. Lastly, we have to set this parameter also. So this is also completed here. So let's enable this parameter. And then we need to create the database user, that is the GG admin user. So I'll just copy and paste it. So we need to basically do the same thing on the target machine also. So on the target machine also we have to do the deployment part. So deployment is still pending on the target machine. So we'll do it once this is done. So on the target machine also we need to run these things like enable the, and we also have to do the Goldengate replication enable. We need to create the user also. So I think I pasted the wrong stuff here. Because of that, it is throwing this message. So GG admin use table space creation is done twicely, so we can ignore this error. So this user got created successfully on the source, and this is our target machine where we need to create the table space and user. Okay, so these are the changes which is completed on both the setups. Apart from this, we also have to grant the required privileges on the source and target. So I'll just copy. Like we need to give the create session, connect resource, alter system to the GG admin along with this super privilege. So these privileges we need to assign on the both source and target. So this is our source machine. I'll just paste this command, and parallelly we need to give this same thing on the target machine also. Meanwhile, this is getting over. Let's do the deployment part here also. So I'll go to the gg underscore home slash bin oggca.sh will invoke this utilities for the deployment on the target machine. So this is our target machine, and we have to do the deployment. Okay, so under this we need to select the deployment home. So this is under U01 app gg home. Then we have the SM directory. So this is service manager directory. Select this one. Click on the register service, and then here we need to provide the IP address of the target machine. So IP address is 42. Then we have to give like 7000 port. Click on the next. So the user creation is completed here. Let's give the privileges also parallelly. So this privilege also we can assign to the users. So this is completed. And coming back to the deployment part, so in the deployment, we have to click on the new deployment name. So let's give the name like deploy to, or you can say like deploy target. Okay, under this we have GG home location. Next, we need to select the deployment directory. So deployment directory we already created previously. So we'll select this path, click on the next. Here we need to give the TNS underscore admin location. So this will be like Oracle home slash network admin. Okay, and then click on the next. Then we need to give the user super user who will have the main access. So using this user, we have to access the GUI page. So we'll deselect this option because the password is not too strong. So after this, you can click on the next. This option we have to directly skip, and then we need to give the port. So this will be 7001 port, and then enable the monitoring. Click on the next. Here we need to give the database admin user. So GG admin user is a Goldengate database user that we need to give. After this, you have to click on the finish. So within few seconds, it will be over. So now we can just copy this and run as a root user. I'll log out from this. And then now if you run ps minus ef pipe grep gg, so it should show you the Goldengate home location. Okay, so this all these services are up and running. So if you want, you can just explore location. So here we can type 192.168.1.42, and then we can 7,000. So once you do this, you can just log in as an admin user. So this is going to be the target machine, and then you can. So this is the target machine where the deployment 2 is done. Same thing you will find out like administration server, distribution server, performance metrics, service manager. Everything is receiver server. Everything is up and running. And this is the main service manager page from where you can manage it. Even though for all these services, you can do the stop, start, everything we can do from these options. Okay. So moving to the next things in the configuration. So we have already given all these steps. If the stream pool size is not set, you can just do stream pool size setting also. Let me do it quickly. In the database level, we need to set this. So I come to the source setup. Here we can do scope equal to both. Stream pool size should be generally in the 1 GB range. So in the next tutorial, we'll try to understand like how you can do the replication part. So far, we have done the installation and the basic configuration which is required for the Oracle Microservices architecture. I hope you have understood by this time how to do the installation and how to do the configuration of Oracle Goldengate services, microservices architecture. So up to this, we have completed all this point. In the next class, next session, we will be learning about the replication part, like how you can do the replication between the source and target. And I hope you have understood everything. Coming back to again our online tutorial, if you are interested about our training contents, you can purchase the training materials by contacting me on this given numbers. You can get it only at 5,000 rupees, which is 75 USD. If you are outside India, you can purchase at 75 USD. If you purchase this course, you'll get multiple stuffs like recorded session along with study material, practice materials, and also you can get your doubts clear anytime. And apart from this, you can also get documents if you are interested about our YouTube tutorial documents. You can get it at only 2,000 rupees. So that's it for the today's session. I'll close this session. Thanks for watching our tutorials, and keep watching. If you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and share this content. And also you can follow me on social media platforms. And that's it for the today's session.